right, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, and of course, don't forget the fellow fishing accomplices. Good morning, and welcome back to fishing. So it is the last third of July. We're getting towards late July right now, and this might be the last time this month that I can probably get down to the South Shore. So that's what we're gonna do. It is going to be a pretty nice day, not too much winds in the morning. The goal is to try and find a bunch of different kinds of fish. Obviously, you know what video you're watching right now. Predominantly from the get-go, we're going to target fluke while the tide is moving out. However, as tide slacks, we might do a little exploration, fish some structure, see if we can find some porgies. Maybe, just maybe, there'll be some triggerfish moving around and some other stuff. Obviously, there's some bycatch as well that might happen, but yeah, we got some crabs for that, and there's plenty of other options and opportunities as well. You know, the usual for gulp, for the fluke, light jig head, or as light as we can get away with. We'll do light jig head of a different variety for anything we're working the structure. But that is the plan. Thank you for watching as always. Stay tuned, because you know what we're about to do. Whew. Got some fishing accomplished. Okay, touching the water before 6 a.m. That's always a plus. Seeing the sunrise, also a plus. But yeah, we are on the water. I'm gonna get into some action right now. It's definitely not an area that I'm unfamiliar with, but I'm gonna try a different few areas or parts to start while boat traffic's light. And considering where I've gotten some of my nicer fish, I think this will be the way to go. We've got outgoing tide right now. Surprisingly, I'm getting 73-degree water temps, though I think that's going to go up pretty soon. But yeah, we're going to look for fluke to start while we have a little outgoing tide. As it does start to die out, we'll start to make some moves. So let's see what we can do. Just went over a big school of something. Don't think they're porgies. Could be bass or blues. Threw the jerk shad down. See if they're willing to bite. Got him. Got him. Just don't be a cow nose ray. Probably a ray. Probably a ray. Please, please, please don't be a ray. If it is a ray, we can move on. If it's not, then we got something awesome in our hands. It's a ray, of course. Giant cow nose. Let's just get this over with. Come on, buddy. Don't want to cut the hook. These things just don't tire out. It's a big one too. Soon as we get this guy in, we're moving. Jeez, that is a giant cow nose. So close, so close, so close. Well, that's one way to wake up in the morning. Some do coffee, some do cow nose rays. Let's get the hell out of here. All right, different spot. About 40 feet deep. A bit deeper than I usually fish in this area, but there's definitely going to be fish around here. If they're in the other areas I catch fish. Got an outgoing tide right now. Fishing a 3/4 ounce jig head with a 5-inch gulp paddle shad. Got outgoing tide. Should be able to hold with this, but we'll see what we can do. If we can go lighter, we will, but I don't think it's time for that yet. Ooh, that's a nice one. That feels nice. Feels like a real nice one. A fluke. Not really looking to keep a lot of fish today, but this could be a really nice start. Definitely feels like a keeper. Yeah, that's a real nice start. It's definitely a keeper. Come on. All right. I don't really need the meat, but let's see what he measures up and I'll consider it. Say 21 is our limit for today. Wanted that paddle shad, that's for sure. Let's see. Let's do it the right way. Yeah, nice 20.5 incher. Really nice fish, but honestly, I'm okay with letting him go. All right, that fish was a very nice start to the trip, fluke-wise. I'm not in desperate need of meat, so I should let him go. Like I said, 21 inches is like the minimum. Obviously, it's an arbitrary number. If this were earlier in the season, for sure, I could keep that fish, but I'm pretty stocked right now, so unless they're 21, 22, or mortally hooked, we're letting them go. Let's go lighter. Let's go shallower. A lot of birds diving here, and there's definitely bait in the water. So let's fish the edge of this channel. Try mixing it up. We know we can catch big fish in shallow water, and we like to keep it light. There we go. That's a sea robin. Darn. Getting smacked. There he is. Let's try a little deeper in the sledge. What is that? That's something nice. That's not a sea robin, that's for sure. That's a big fluke. Big fluke. Big fluke on the ledge. This might even be one that we keep. It's a nice fish. I don't think he's huge, but he's very nice. Might be a really good fish. Oh wow, that is not what I was expecting this early in the morning. Oh yeah. That'll probably make my size limit for today. That is a nice fish. Whew, that is a nice shower mat right there. 23, 24 incher, maybe 22, I don't know. Solid though, he'll make 21, that's for sure. Whew. That's solid. 23 incher. Sure, I'll keep him. Get some nice fillets off him. Just take this wake real quick. All right, that's a wrap for you. All right, we're gonna leave that guy in the water, but not for too long, because water temps are warming up and there is the possibility of sharks. So give him like 10 minutes tops. But in the meantime, that's two Fluke and only two keepers. So it's seltzer review time. And today we are going old school, AKA vintage seltzer. This was one of my go-to brands back when I lived deeper into Queens. There was a Key Food near me, and this was like my favorite brand. It's cheap. Not to be biased, but this is a really good seltzer. Like, for bang for buck, easy 9 out of 10. And I hope this video is 9 or 10 out of 10 for you. So please hit that like and subscribe while you're here. Let's drink to that. I see some birds over there. I might go check that out. That fluke was in about 30 feet of water sitting on a ledge. I don't think they're thick right here, but they're definitely here. There's reason for them. There's plenty of bait. So let's try that again. Not leaving them in the water too long. Just want to get the blood out. All right, we got that fish bleeding out. We're not going to leave them in too long. Those birds were tempting, but just as I was about to get ready to go for them, they dissipated. So we're going to try here, still on the ledge. It's a nice piece of structure here. In fact, I'm going to mark it. See what's on it. My other camera just died as I set the hook on this fish, but it doesn't feel bad. I'm guessing it's another nice fluke. Feels really nice, actually. Jeez, man. That's 3 for 3. I don't think I'm keeping this one, but that's the third keeper, man. That's just nuts. We're only catching keepers today. Insane fluke bite this season. This one's a little smaller than the last one, but it's still pretty hardy. I'm guessing like 20, 21. Just got a GoPro battery in this camera. I don't know. This one he did choke it, so we might have to keep him. Regardless of whether he meets the threshold size. Yeah, he's choked it. Yeah, this one's coming home. Well, we have no choice but to keep this one, but fortunately he's an easy keeper, so let's just get all our stuff cleared out and then we'll string them up and get an official measure. All right, let's see. Easy keeper. Yeah, it's 20, almost 22, so even meets my threshold for today, so sure. Let's go. I'm definitely gonna give some of this fish away to my parents or someone. Absolutely phenomenal fishing so far. Not getting numbers, but serious size. Every single fluke's been a serious keeper. Marking a ton of bait in the bottom here and something under them, so definitely checking this out.
Let's see what it is. I mean, I really don't need to keep any more fish today, but if we get a giant, we'll keep it. Or another gut hooked one. Alright, not quite sure what we were marking, but I want to hit up that spot where we got that last keeper fluke one more time at least. And after that, we'll decide if we want to make some more significant moves, because tide is about to go slack and I want to try and do a little distance in the meantime. I'm almost 100% sure these are porgies, at least some of them, but I wouldn't mind getting a few jumbos. Plus there could be a good fluke sticking around there like the first one we got. Got him that time. Oh, that's a nice little surprise. I had a feeling a couple of these guys could be down there. Get a little bigger and we got some real nice dinner company. Okay, one more time and I think we gotta move. There's a couple spots that really won't work unless I do it during either slack or outgoing tide. And I can always come back to this.
Yeah, as I remarked before, there was a lot of fish around here, but I think a lot of them were small porgies and maybe small sea bass. I wanted to go further, and I wanted to use the outgoing tide to help me get there. So after this drift, I decided to make a move, and I encountered some, fish busting along the surface along the way, and I decided to investigate.
Missing. Oh yeah, there's something under them. Can we get there quick enough though? My guess, probably not. They look a lot closer than they are. Got him. Swimming right at me, whatever this is. It's probably a bluefish, but yeah, bluefish. Ooh, leave my pants alone. You want to eat my pants or you want to go home? Could be some other fish mixed in with these, but probably not. I hope that answers that mystery. All right, we're rolling up on the next spot and we're gonna try with some little shore crabs and see if we can get on some porgies, potentially triggerfish, and potentially even some more substantial bycatch. Wasn't great last time I was here, but let's see if it heated up a bit. Go. Wow, look at that porgy. Look at that porgy. Jeez. Massive porgy. Massive porgy. Quick measure, I don't want them. 15 and a half. Oh, damn. Just hooked something nice that got off. Might have been a tog, but See what else we can find. I'm sure it wasn't alone. Yes! 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 I knew it! I knew it! Let's go! We did it! Got a trigger! Got a trigger fish! Alright, let's do what we do with all our fish. Let's string them and bleed them. Knew we got those crabs for a reason. All right, well, I knew it would take a while. We finally got a trigger fish. Let's see if we can get some even bigger ones, because there's definitely more than just one around. That one I lost felt pretty substantial. Let's see what we can do. Not quite as big as the other one, but nice fish. Another scup. Not a terrible one. Keeper, but not as impressive as those other two. I'm running low on crabs, which is fine. I don't want to be here all day, and I'd like to try one more go at fluke fishing on the way back. Big porgy. Well, we found the scup. Cool fish. Ooh. That's a big one. No. Ah. Dang. All right, very likely our last drop with the crabs. Let's see what we can do. Let's go out a good note. He's not big. Of course, we're getting a sea robin on our last crabs. Very long sea robin though. Whatever. Such is life. Let's go finish with some fluke and get out of here. That was a pretty nice diversion with the crabs. Actually quite a bit longer than I thought I'd be doing that. We're gonna finish up closer to launch, a spot I fished quite a few times. Got a good incoming tide. Let's see if we can pull another good fluke or two before we go. All right, we're gonna roll up on our first spot. We're gonna give the jerk shad a shot. Haven't really fished it much today. It's one of my favorites for this area when the tide's moving well. Let's see what we can do. All right, this tide is definitely moving quite a bit. It's going to start slowing down pretty soon, I'd imagine. All right, this tide is definitely moving. Starting with a 3/8 ounce jig head. See if we can hold well enough with this. If not, we can always go to a 3/4 though. I'd prefer to stay light if I can. See what we can do. Jerk shad's a good lure to minimize resistance and hold bottom when we're moving like this. And we're already on, and it's already a fluke. I think he's going to break the streak of keeper fluke for today, but maybe not. I don't know. Definitely not as big as those first couple we got. Not bad. Not bad. But you are going home. You are not coming home with me. Didn't take long though. Instant short fluke on the jerk shad. Got a good tide right now. Beautiful out here. It's hot, but this is the place to be on a day like today.
So that fluke hit literally on the first drop back in this area, and then after that I could not really even get any kind of fluke bite. It was just sea robin after sea robin, and it was a good tide too, but you know, it just wasn't happening. The other thing was the wind really started to pick up, so I took that as a sign that it was time to wrap up. But all in all, pretty good day of fishing.
All right, I think that's going to do it. Certainly can't complain about how things went today. Solid morning action. I mean, I wasn't even really trying that hard for fluke, and I got 3 really good keepers, keeping 2 obviously. I bet I could have just kept working with that all morning and just, you know, hammered them, or at least gotten a few more keepers. But I wanted to try some new things, and I'm happy I did. Obviously, it was really cool to get that triggerfish. Would have liked to have gotten a few more, but happy with what we did get. That fish that snapped us off is gonna bother me, but I'll just pretend it was a big tog and leave it at that. But yeah, know to fish with heavier line next time I do something like that, or heavier leader. But anyways, I'm sure you'll catch it when it does happen. Thanks for watching. As always, if you hit that like and subscribe, that'd be awesome. But otherwise, I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye from Fishin'.